Hello everybody and welcome to the 35th season of the Pokemon Cup Series. We're here at Daytona International Speedway for the running of the Daytona 500. It will kick off our 35th season of the Pokemon Cup Series, and 40 drivers will be competing all for the championship. On the pole for this race we have the 34 of Carter Friesen, who last season ran the 72 and actually won a race at, I believe, Chicagoland last season, so we'll see if he does better and win a championship in his new team. On the outside will be the 11 of Philip Goldberg, who has been one of Joe Gibbs' best drivers, and he's back after taking a few seasons off, and he's in the 11 for season 35. In row 2, we have an all-stored Haas front row. Excuse me. I'm sorry. I do apologize for that. I was battling a bit of... I was a little sick before, and I'm trying to recover now, but I'm back. Anyway, Diego Yepes starts in row 2 alongside his teammate, Brianna Russell. Row 3 will have Pichu in the 99, and the 9 car of John Andrews returns from his old ride last season, even won a race last season there. Russell and Yepes are back. Marcus Sachi and Grayson Acevedo in row 4, and Cassandra Kirker and Josh Drake in row 5. And here's the rest of the starting lineup and all the drivers competing in this season, and all of them are trying to compete for championship. And we're going to see how this season kicks off here, the Great American Race. We see veterans, rookies, we see former champions all in the field. And now we're about to take the green flag, and let's take you trackside for the command.
Drivers, start your engines! Alright boys, just like we talked about in the meeting, what's going to pay off for us today? Just patience and consistency. Good smooth racing on the racetrack, and that's what'll take us up to the flag. We'll be there at the end of this thing.
And you'll notice there's 5 laps only here. We're going to be doing stage racing and restrictor plate super speedway tracks. I thought it would be fun to do stages only in the restrictor plate tracks and see how we'll go from there. We will be back to doing stages, but only super speedway tracks are going to have stage breaks, and the others are just going to award stage points as the race goes on. So this is the first stage of 5 laps, the second stage will also be 5, and the final stage will run 10 laps, and after that stage, they'll award points normally by finishing position. So, and of course, stage winners get a playoff point if they make the playoffs. Here we go, green flag is out in the 35th season of the Pokemon Cup Series, we're underway! So far, it is all about the 34 Friesen, and he goes on the bottom wisely. And let's see if he can block from there. Ooh, wow. Looks like the 41, the 10 of Brianna Russell got loose. I do apologize, you see some black in the hoods, and I had to tone down some of the graphics here in our Town 3 because the game actually crashed on me many times using this mod, and I tried everything I can so that we don't get more crashes going forward. Hopefully we don't crash in the middle of the race and it doesn't screw it up. So let me know in the comments below if the mod also crashes on you in races. I couldn't get some of the races to go in, by the way, with this mod because they kept crashing on me. Something to do with the specs of cars or whatever, so I had to tone down some of the graphics. And that's why you see some black in their hoods. So I do apologize if that's really inconvenient for you, but honestly, again, some of the graphics had to be turned down so that it doesn't crash as often, and it doesn't crash on me in when we go to the closing stages. Well, you saw that the 34 Carter Friesen led the first lap of the season, and then the second lap is Cassandra Kirker, and look at the run she got. Look at that run. Just 3 laps left in stage 1. And again, only super speedway races are going to have stage breaks. The other races will have stages, but no stage breaks. The race will continue as if we run only one race without the stages, like it was like before stage racing was implemented. 2 laps to go in stage 1, and Russell led 2 laps so far, but the one that matters is the final one. And the final lap, whoever leads at the end of the stage is going to get a playoff point if they make the playoffs. Since there is, and we probably could see a lot of these drivers in the playoffs, because there's no limit to how many playoff drivers there can be in all 3 series. Excuse me. Excuse me, I'm battling a bit of... Yeah, I had cough, so like a couple days, so I'm still trying to recover from that. One more lap in stage 1. Evan Hunter is in front. Evan Hunter leading the stage. He was regular season champion last season, so he's trying to score another victory, score another win in Daytona, but just the beginning, guys. Three-wide battle for the first stage point. Who's gonna get the first playoff point? Looks like Zach Fitzwater might be able to get that. Oh, they crashed on the 5th lap. Oh, they're crashing on the last lap of the stage, but Zach Fitzwater is gonna collect the playoff point. So glad we have stage racing, because if that wreck happened in the middle, it could have really changed all that, the race forever. That's probably why I implemented stage racing in the super speedways, in case a wreck happens. Sorry about the little lag there. That's just one of the consequences of trying to tone down the graphics in order to avoid crashes. But speaking of crashes, look at how huge this crash was. Wow, big pile up at the very last lap of the race, the very last lap of stage 1. Just the beginning, folks. All these cars are going to be back on track for stage 2, but man, we could expect to see a bump and run, really tight race at the very end. They might want to save the wrecking for the very last lap, because that was just real bizarre. So here we are, here's stage 1. It has been complete, and and here they are. First of 10 gets points, 10-1, and the winner of the stage gets, of course, the playoff point if they make the playoffs. So Zach Fitzwater gets the playoff point, and then the top 10 will have Chandler Caudell. Fitzwater will get 10 points, Caudell gets 9, and everybody goes down by 1 from there in the top 10. MDev is going to get 8, Hamill's going to get 7, Donovan Douthat gets 6, I'm sorry. Ray gets 5 points. Ben Goldman gets 4. Ezekiel Hines gets 3. Evan Hunter gets 2, when the last spot for the points in stage 1 goes to Reagan Whitlock, running in the top 10. And here's the rest of the order that all of them will be starting the order they finished in stage 2. But last lap wreck, it really mixed up the field. We'll see how it goes for the rest of the way, so stick around. Stage 2 is coming up next. Here we are, folks, in stage number 2. Zach Fitzwater, he won stage 1, so he's going to lead the field for another 5-lap stage. Just like stage 1, it's also 5 laps. But the third and final stage will be 10 laps, and it will give out points as regular, as a real race would in the finishing positions. So here we go. Another 5 laps coming up here at Daytona. We're about to reach the halfway point, and we're going back green here in the Daytona 500. So again, the stage breaks are only going to apply in super speedway races. It will not be applied in other races, but we will still be awarding stage points as if they do have stage breaks. Of course, 10-1 is the top 10 in first 2 stages. The final stage awards points normally, and the winner of each stage until stage 3 gets a playoff point. By the way, though, I probably didn't mention this earlier, but the 1 playoff point bonus only applies to the first 2 stages. And here comes Derek Hamill for the race lead here on lap number 6. Oh, wow. The 31 just spun out. And no caution. How is that possible? Wow. Cassandra Kirker went around in contact with Donovan Douthat. And Igor, I think the 2 car was hit as well. And the 20 of Priya McShane was involved too, and now they're really mixed up here. Billy Bishop had some damage, but we stay green. Oh, wow, okay, that is really weird. Donovan Douthat just moves down to his pit stall in a very unusual fashion. Wow. Well, this weird stuff happens here. Sometimes the weirdest stuff happens here in Airtown 3. I just don't know why. The game's pretty old though, so yeah, I could expect some weird glitches here and there. Yeah, there's been like millions of glitches in Airtown 3. We've had some shown here in the Cup Series, so this is going to be added to the pile of them. Kirker's off pit road. McShane, Douthat's on. Well, Douthat's still on pit road. McShane's out. Kirker very slow after she was spun out on the first lap, and somehow that didn't bring a caution. Wow. Alright, so we're going to go with that. At least though we stay under green in the first stage and it doesn't end abruptly under caution after just 1 green flag lap though. So if there's any positive, there's that. But Derek Hamill's going to lead stage 2 and just 2 more laps left until we get to stage 3. They're battling for second here. Big critical points they could earn here might be applied. Well, oh boy, oh boy. Looks like Ben Goldman got loose on the apron. Somebody might have pushed him down. Oh, it looks like it was Brianna Russell. Brianna Russell made contact with Goldman and he's on the apron. Is he going to get back up to safety? He's on the apron still. He's trying the best he can not to go full speed. He's just going to be on pit road and hopefully fix whatever he could for the final stage. No, he's not. I thought he was going to pit road. Apparently he's not. So stage 2 is going to end under the green flag, and Alexander Rowe just took the lead. Wow. Stage 2 ends under green. How about that? We've had like 2 close calls of wrecks. Not well, still really interesting. But stage 1 ended under, well, stage 1 had a crash before the checkered flag. We'll see if stage 2 will have one. They had 2 close calls here in stage 2 though, so we could expect to see more of that in the final 10-lap stage. Here comes Rowe, and he will get the playoff point. And he'll hold off the 47 to do it. And it looks like the other cars are going to hang on for the end of the stage. It was a crazy stage 2, wasn't it? With 2 close calls. We stayed green somehow through all of that. Ooh, it's going to get insane now, so you do not want to miss the final stage. And Alexander Rowe will get the playoff point and 10 bonus points as well. Joshua Scully, he'll get 9. Ryan Butcher has 8 points. Derek Hamill 7, and everybody goes down from there by 1. In the top 10, that's Steve Morgan, Ezekiel Hines, Reagan Whitlock, Evan Hunter, Anthony Lopez, and Nick Salmon. And there's the rest of the order in stage 2. We'll be back with stage 3 coming up next. We're back here in the final big stage here at Daytona. Going to be a very big one here, as it's going to be the final 10 laps to decide who wins the Great American Race. So now it's all out from here. Who's going to be the one that wins the first race of season 35? We'll see. Well, only one way to find out. Here we go. Pace car comes down to pit road, and it'll be a final 10-lap stage to determine who wins here today. And Alexander Rowe going to lead the field to the green, and here we go. Green flag is out, 10 to go in the Daytona 500. A really great start for that 22 car. Joshua Sekali runs second in that 47, and Ryan Butcher just moved up to third place. Just 10 to go here, Daytona. Anyone could win. Oh, we have a spin already. John Andrews and Billy Bishop make contact. Obviously, no caution will come out because it occurred in the back of the pack. And Cassandra Kirka with damage. Her bad day just got worse as she was involved in a stage 2 crash. Now she gets involved in the final stage crash. Andrews and Bishop looks like they'll continue, but with damage. Wow. Here we go. Battle for the race lead. Sekali and Rowe. Oh, look at the 72. That's Steve Morgan. 3 wide for the lead. Derek Hamill into second place. There you see the smoke and the tire rub that those two left behind. I'm sure this finish is going to be really, really awesome. Here we go, 32 of Roger Ray. Out in third place now. They're going 3 wide. All those other guys are going 3 wide. Here comes Hamill, fighting for the lead. As Derek Hamill is going to lead the race now, getting the drafting from Roger Ray. And now Hamill goes on the bottom over Ray. Third place is Matthew Mdev. Fourth place is now Philip Goldberg. Oh wow, they're all trying to block the low lane. Can't quite do it, but 17 is Matthew Mdev is second place. Oh, look at that field in the back. They're getting mixed up. Philip Goldberg is in the second spot. Here we go. Hamill's got a little bit of an edge now, but Goldberg's in second. And Austin Stitzel is up to third place. He actually finished second in the Talladega race a couple seasons ago, so he has experience at the super speedways. He's won races in the he's also won races in the Go National Series last season, so he knows a thing or two about running these cars. Caution's out, we have a crash with 6 laps to go. A big one has happened here on lap 4. I would say lap 14. Sorry, I'm trying to get the best replay here. Anyway, Sebastian Kukulon was hit by the 96, and then a few more cars were involved. Yeah, we all knew that in the final stage it was going to get real tight. Reagan Whitlock, Joseph Romanuk, Joshua Sekali, Sharona Evans, Anthony Lopez, Zach Fitzwater, and Ezekiel Hines and Ryan Butcher were involved. And look at the 3 just going up. That was pretty unusual, but we get a crash. No, 2 laps to go. This is not overtime, but if we get a caution before the white flag comes out, we will run a 2-lap caution-free overtime attempt. I'm sure everyone would want to see that because it's going to be a double foul overtime restart if it happens. Green flag's in the air with 2 to go. Pretty good start for Hamill. And Goldberg's just not far behind though. It looks like these two are going to be battling it out for the win. Christian Vargas up to 3rd place. And 4th now is Grayson Acevedo. All trying to get the draft to get as much possible. We're coming down the white flag. One more to go in the Daytona 500. Here comes Goldberg for the lead to the white flag. He's got drafting from Vargas. And now he's going to make a move. 3 wide for the win. And Roger Ray behind him. Vargas and Ray in the bottom draft. Here we go, 2 turns away. Here comes Ray for the win. Can he do it? And Roger Ray's got the bottom blade. MDev in 2nd. Here comes the final turn. Here's MDev. Battle for the win. To the line. It looks like it's going to be Roger Ray. And he did it. Roger Ray has won the Daytona 500. Incredible. Wow. Oh man, that was a great finish to a season. No, not to a season. To a great start to a season, I should say. Roger Ray beats out Matthew MDev for the race win. What an incredible run. I mean, a couple seasons ago he had 3 wins. And I think he won the regular season championship. And now he's won the Daytona 500. Well deserved for this driver. But Roger Ray, the dude wipes, is going to be celebrating the Daytona 500. What a close battle. MDev had a real battle in the last lap, but it wasn't enough. As Roger Ray, with that experience, was able to overcome and win. It was a crazy race. Anyone could have won. But with the stage racing, obviously making things more interesting in super speedways, yeah, this was a great race. It was a thrilling end to the season opening race, but Roger Ray comes out on top. And here's the final finishing order. And I'm not going to go through every name, but I'm just going to show you the rest of the field. What a start. My goodness, it was a thriller. But anyway, we'll see you next weekend in Atlanta. All 3 series will be in action, so we'll see you there.